get nervous when they go for a job interview. What are some of the ways you would suggest a person to prepare to reduce this nervousness?
The last thing I would do would be to do any last-minute preparations, to take a good breather, and probably the last hour do something completely else, something completely different, to distract your mind, so you're mentally going into it more relaxed. Instead of reading through the topic the last couple of minutes, I'll probably just walk around, look around, look at nature, and let the situation take its way.
Basically what you're suggesting is that we should simplify our routine, the morning or the day we have at the job interview. This is to reduce the unexpected events or stress, and not worry about studying their webpage in the last minute or preparing all my answers that could come up in the interview.
I would probably mostly refer to the situation where you lose your keys. You can hastily start looking around, hour after hour, maybe even day by day, and then the moment you give up and you give yourself rest, that will be the moment your brain basically starts putting the puzzle pieces back together, and you will probably realize the spot where you can find it again. You rationally know if you're prepared or not, but you cannot mentally prepare for the situation. So for that, I would say it's probably better to give yourself some rest than to push yourself, because you know when you're ready, and the thing will take course in its own way. So for that, I would probably propose to just take a last couple of minutes to let your brain sort it out itself.
So now we look at it from the next step in the process.
Yeah.
You're already there, you're about to enter the interview. What's important to have in mind at that point?
If I would be an HR manager, I would say that I would probably be now interviewing the so many hundredth person. So I would be there very much more relaxed than the person I would be interviewing, and for that I would probably just try to calm them down, make sure they are themselves, so I can actually have an inside look in what type of person I'm dealing with, not really knowing only what that person has done, what that person can mean to us, but also the type of person I would have in my team. How can this person, with their mindset, with the way they come across, how could they be an integral part of our team and strengthen our team spirit in that sense? I think that would be very important for me to know, that the company I'm recruiting for will be a good match for the person I have in front of me, and for that I think it would be important to get a sort of feeling about the person and not just about that person's resume. So not only waiting for me to come with the same questions, but probably include some personal influence, some interesting question to me. I would want to see that they're not only here to be questioned in order and hoping that they will land the job, but also show some sincere attitude and sincere interest in the company that they are applying to, and probably originality. Just make it a bit more original, do something funny, enter the building in a weird way, do something dared. Probably if I would be the person that would be bored in that moment, I would probably hope for something different. What makes you stand out from the crowd?
How to stay relaxed during the interview, or be yourself, sort of, where you explain things as you see them. You don't try to impress the person interviewing you. My main tip for people out there nervous to go to an interview is that they focus on just being present during the interview. Connect with the person they have in front of them, and just let the right answers pop up when the question comes. Even allow some spontaneity, and maybe before the interview starts there might be some space for a joke, something that eases up the atmosphere. It really gives a sense of presence, or that you're there and that you're an important person and you are giving importance to them too, right? Not just trying to prove your CV or something like that.
Exactly. For me, a very relaxed way to go into the interview can be something as basic. If I would be very nervous in that situation, it could probably be as basic as thinking of that person that is interviewing me as someone really funny or someone wearing something really weird, you know, just to lighten the mood for myself. The fact that I would be in a room with someone that is basically assessing my quality, what is my worth, that puts a lot of pressure on a person, I would say. So for me, it would be very important to feel that the world doesn't depend on it, you know, whether the conversation goes fantastic or it goes completely horrible. For me, it would be very much important that I connect to that person in some way. It can be on a friendly level. That can be on a, you know, on a professional topic. Just something you have in common. First of all, by looking the person in the eye, showing that person that you have nothing to hide, that you have nothing to fear, and that you only have to offer each other something. You are there not only to get a job, to get paid, or to receive something from them. You are there to offer them something. They want to hire you, so you are of financial benefit or of many other benefits to represent the company in some way. You show that you are a valuable person when you go there. So you have a lot to offer, and I think the way that you look at someone, the way you speak with someone, and the way in the first 10 seconds you present yourself securely, that will make a big impact. And not being nervous like, oh, if I make one misstep. No, just showing that you are of value and that this situation is beneficial for both.
If it's done in a nice way, it's even okay to interrupt the interviewing person, just to highlight something that you understood or something that you want to develop further on later, maybe something. Just to show that you're present and so forth. Of course, it would have to be done very respectfully. The person now finds himself, the candidate.
We should cut that.
We should reinforce that. No.
Okay. Like that.
And let's just make some dead thoughts. Okay, no.
Okay.